Hi everyone, welcome back to the kitchen, and today I have a stunner of a recipe. This is a really retro, technically vintage recipe for a German cabbage relish. It's a little bit similar to what you might know as chow chow if you live in the South, but this stuff is off the chain. It's sweet, it's sour, it's mustardy, and it's perfect to go on your brat or hot dog for the upcoming 4th of July holiday. I can't wait to show you how this all comes together. Today we're going to be making a German cabbage relish. Now, I came across this very vintage recipe. I'm not even going to call it retro. This is straight up Depression era, actually old European cabbage relish. This reminds me a lot of Southern chow chow. If you guys are from the South, you know what chow chow is. That's a cabbage relish. And I will also start by saying, before we go over the ingredients, this is not a canning recipe. This is a make a batch, put it in a jar, stick it in your fridge recipe. I do not recommend canning this recipe because it is so old that it is not safety tested, and I cannot recommend it for canning. That being said, you're going to want to, if you want to can a chow chow, I highly recommend that you seek out a safety tested canning recipe that you can find in the Ball Blue Book, in the Ball Complete Book of Home Canning, or on the website for the National Center for Home Food Preservation. So we're going to move on. I'm going to go through all the ingredients, and then we're going to go ahead and start cooking up this German cabbage relish. I have prepared by hand with knife work all of these ingredients. You can choose to use a food processor if you like. You're going to need 4 cups of finely chopped white cabbage. This ended up being a quarter of a very large head of cabbage, so go by that. 1 cup each finely chopped onion, finely chopped red bell pepper, finely chopped green bell pepper, grated carrot. You're going to need a cup of water, a cup of white vinegar, 2 cups of granulated sugar. No, there is no substitute. This is not a sugar-free recipe. And then we're going to move on to, we have a 1/4 cup of salt. This is kosher salt. The recipe calls for canning salt, but because I'm not canning this and I don't have any canning salt or pickling salt, I'm using kosher salt because this does not have any iodine and it's not processed. We're going to be seasoning this up with 2 teaspoons of ground turmeric, a teaspoon each of celery seed, yellow mustard seed, and ground mustard. And then we're going to thicken this up. The scary part about this recipe, it's so old that as a thickener, they're calling for a flour and water slurry. I would never do that. That's a big canning no-no, and as canning has progressed, we have learned that we should not can starch like flour. I want to thicken this up to the right consistency, so I'm going to be using a 1/4 cup of instant clear gel. This is an organic version called Cornabee's Ultra Gel. If you're interested, I will go ahead and put a link down below, and you can procure this for yourself off of Amazon. This is a really awesome thing to have on hand. It works for more than canning. You can add it directly to hot dishes to thicken. You can use it in cold applications, like to stabilize whipped cream, and a lot more. Okay, first things first, you have to salt your vegetables. This is pretty typical with any sort of quote-unquote pickle or relish. This is really going to help the vegetables release a lot of their moisture and soften up a bit. So I've got all of the peppers, the onion, the carrots, and the cabbage in here, just giving it a toss. And then we're going to take our kosher salt or pickling salt, whatever you have on hand. You want to toss this well, and you're going to let this sit for about a half an hour. Then we're going to come back, we're going to rinse it, and we're going to move on with the recipe. I'm just going to leave this, I'm going to cover it up and just set it to the side, and then we will come back after I have rinsed this very well, and then we'll move on with making our German cabbage relish. Okay guys, it's been a couple of hours, I'm going to be honest. You can let this sit 30 minutes, 45 minutes, you know, up to a few hours if you have things to go do. this is gonna be fine. You don't need to put it in the refrigerator. I just put a lid on it. I put like a paper plate on top and just let it do its thing. Every now and then I come by and I give it a stir. You can see how much water has leached out of the vegetables, and that is exactly what you want. Now we're gonna go ahead and pop this in a colander, give it a good rinse, and then we'll be back and we'll start making our relish. Okay, I went ahead and rinsed this really well. Now remember, we put 1/4 cup of salt in the vegetables, and that was to help the vegetables kind of release all of their water. So what you want to make sure that you do is rinse this very well under running water. And what I like to do is give it a good rinse with the sprayer, give it a good toss under the stream of running water. Then I put it in this bowl, in the colander. I put the colander in this bowl and I let it fill up with water. And then I kind of gave it a good zhuzh and with my hands, and I went ahead and I made sure everything had been contacted by the water very well. Then I drained it and I poured what was in the bowl out down the drain, and then I took with my knuckles and I squoze out, I know that's not a word, I squoze out as much water as I could. It took a couple of times. It collected in the bottom of the bowl and then I dumped it out. So we are here now where the water has pretty much been removed from these vegetables and it's nice and fluffy, and that is approximately the texture that you want. Honestly, we're not canning this, so I'm not too concerned, and we are going to use a thickener to give it some body. So now we're going to go ahead and build our brine. We're going to use our vinegar. There's a cup of white vinegar, a cup of water, and our sugar. Just like that. I'm not even going to bother using another spoon. I'm going to use the same spoon. Give this a good stir, and I'm going to put this on high and I'm going to let this come to a boil. We've brought this to a simmer and all of the sugar has dissolved, and we're going to go ahead and add in our veggies. Now, this original recipe that I found in the vastness of the internet is very, very old. And if I recall, my own German grandmother may have made something very similar when I was a kid. We're going to bring this up to a boil, but before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and add in all of our seasonings. So there goes our turmeric, our mustard powder, and our mustard seed. This is all going to give this a really beautiful golden tone, and it's going to look pretty in the jar. So we're going to let this simmer for 15 to 20 minutes, I'd say, just until all the veggies are nice and soft. And then we're going to come back and we're going to thicken it up with our clear gel. When this has simmered, I'll be back and we'll move on to the next step. All right, I have let this simmer for about 20 minutes. And the reason you want to do that, a couple of reasons. You want to make sure your vegetables are tender but not mushy. And secondly, you want to make sure that some of the liquid cooks off. I'm going to start adding the instant clear gel a tablespoon at a time until I reach the desired consistency that I want for my relish. This is not something I would substitute out for. I definitely don't recommend using cornstarch because it's not going to have a good shelf life in your refrigerator. Now you can see that tablespoon already started to thicken our consistency up a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and add another tablespoon in. It's better to go gradually, 1 tablespoon at a time, than it is just to dump in that whole 1/4 cup, because it might get too thick and then you'll have to kind of go through the whole process of adding some more liquid, and we don't want to do that. And you can see now where it's continuing to thicken up just a bit more. As I draw my spoon through it, it takes a little bit longer for that line to fill back in. I'm going to go in with another tablespoon. That's 3 tablespoons. I don't think I'm going to add the last tablespoon. I think 3 tablespoons is going to be good for me. And now we can turn off. We don't need to simmer that anymore. The clear gel is going to be just fine. It's already absorbed into the mixture, And as it cools, it's going to continue to thicken a little bit more as well. So I wish you could smell this. Smells amazing. I'm going to go ahead and put this in a jar, and then we're going to make a hot dog, and I'll show you what it looks like on the hot dog. Maybe we'll even give it a taste.
If we have to.
You have to. Okay, our German cabbage relish is all ready to go. It is still a little bit warm. I suggest you allow it to cool down, but we're gonna go ahead and take one for the team. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this beautiful relish on a bratwurst. This is a beef brat that we've cooked up, and I put some brown mustard on there along with it, and we're gonna give this a taste because this looks amazing.
God.
Oh man.
That is amazing. Of course. Like anything sweet and sour. So.
Wow.
That really is outstanding.
Guys, you have to make this for yourself. It's so much more delicious than regular relish. It's heartier, and it can really stand up to a flavorful sausage. Or whatever you want to put it on. I mean, this would be great on a hamburger too. I mean, really great. I love relish on a hamburger. And the next hamburger I have, I'm going to be putting that on it.
I'll probably join you.
That'd be so good. I could think of a bunch of things to use this on, and I know I'm probably going to be making this again. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please be sure and hit that thumbs up button. If you are new to my kitchen and you wandered on over to see what was going on, welcome. Always a pleasure to have new friends join me. And as always, if you are a tried and true member of the Noreen's Kitchen family, please be sure and hit the bell notification button so that you will receive a push notification on your smart device or a message in your email every time we upload a new video, because we don't want you to miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present all the time right here on our YouTube channel and straight from our kitchen. I really do hope you give this German cabbage relish a try, and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.